Hello student, we go over all three, solve a quadratic equation by factoring. So look at this problem over here. You have 49w squared, subtract 31w, okay? So take a look at the number 49 and 31. There's no common number to factor it out. But let's take a look at the letter. Okay, W, it means W squared. So you can write at 49 W, okay? And then subtract 31 W, all right? So take a look. You see W right here and W right here repeat. So it's a common thing. You can factor it out, okay? So let's factor it out. Okay, so I factor the W. Okay, so if you factor already, you have only 49W left. Okay, 49W left. And then subtract 31. Do not forget the subtract 31. And then this is equal 0. Okay, so from the zero product theory, if you have two factor multiply, then each factor had to be equal 0. Okay, so you got W equals 0, and then 49 W subtract 31 equals 0. Okay, so you got your first solutions right here. Here we go. W equals 0. That's the first solution. Now the second solution. Okay, so you want to solve for W. So first, I keep 49 W. I move negative 31 to the right side. So now it becomes positive 31. Okay? Here's my last step. I divide 49 to the right side. So now, that's it. I got my second solution right here. W equal 31 over 49. Okay, so put into the answer box. I put down 0, comma, 31 over 49. All right, submit. Voila. Okay. All right, so the next level should be very similar. So let's do this one. Okay. Similarly, you can see V squared, which is V times V, all right? And then in the back of here, you got subtract 39V. So V and V is a common thing, so I would factor it out, okay? So I would factor out the V. So V squared, if you factor out the V, then you have the V left. Subtract 39, if you factor out the V, you got subtract 39, okay? So again, two factor multiply each other equals 0. Then each factor equals 0. So V equals 0. V subtract 39 equals 0. Okay? So this is already the answer. Now you solve for the V's on the second equation. So V equal V. Let's write the word V. Okay, so now V equal 39. Very simple, you guys. Negative 39 on the left side, alright? So when you move to the right side, it becomes positive 39. Okay, so you got two answers. I put in the box. 0, comma, 39. Okay, submit, and I'm done. Okay. So I can move on to the next level. So let's go to the next level, level 2. Here we go. So now, the equation had three terms. All right, pay attention over here. The three terms, you see how they lay out? The variable square should be the first term, okay? The variable square should be the first term. And then the variable, and then the constant. It had to be in this order so you can identify A, B, and C. Okay, so take a look here. So A is number 3, B is 17, B is 17. All right, so let me write it again. A is number 3, B is 17, and then C is negative 6. Okay, so now we use the diamond method. So let's draw down the diamond. Okay, so on top of the diamond, I put A times C. Okay, so A is number 3, C is negative 6. Okay, so it come out negative 18. Okay, and then B should be the bottom of the diamond. Okay, the bottom right here. So B is 17. Okay, so now we need two number multiply equal negative 18, add together equals 17. So these two numbers, one of them had to be positive, one of them had to be negative. Okay, so very simple, you guys. Do not foresee number 1 or negative 1. All right, so these two numbers should be negative 1 and positive 18. You see that? If they multiply, they equal negative 18. If you add them together, it equals 17. Okay. So the next step is divide by A. Do not forget the next step. Okay. Especially the A here equal 3. Okay. The A here equal 3. So I put it in 18 divide by 3. And then over here, negative 1 divided by 3. Okay. But make sure you simplify your fraction. Okay. 18 divided by 3 is 6 over 1. Okay, so now you can write your factor. Very simple. So let's write your factor over here. Okay, so here we go. Your factor is T, I put right here, T, I put right here. Okay, so now take a look over here. Okay, so number 3 on the bottom should go right in front of the T. Go right in front of the T. Right there. Okay. So right under the T, and then negative 1 in the end after the T. Okay, negative 1 after the T, right there. Okay, so similarly over here, number 1 right in front of the T. Okay, so it happened to be number 1, and then number 6 go after the T. That's it. So these are two factors. Multiply equals 0. Okay. So now you set up each factor equals 0 and you solve it. Okay, so here we go. 3t subtract 1 equals 0. Then 3t equal 1. Then t equal 1 over 3. Okay, so 1 over 3 should be in the box. Okay, put a comma. Now the second factor is t plus 6 equals 0. T plus 6 equals 0. Okay, so t equal negative 6. Okay, so now I put negative 6 right there.
Can I go to English to finish project?
Okay, so I put right there. Okay, so 1/3, 1 over 3, comma, and then negative 6. Okay, submit. Okay, submit, and then I'm done. Okay, so this is, let's do one more time the level 2, the same thing over here. Okay, so again you have 3 terms over here. The first one is a variable square, the next one is a variable, and the last one is a constant. So you can identify A, B, C. Okay, so right here, identify the A. If you don't see the coefficient in front of the variable, it means it hit the number 1. Hit the number 1. Okay? So B should be negative 10, and then C is negative 24. Okay? So now I get my diamond. I put down AC for the top of the diamond. A is number 1, C is negative 24. So A times C become negative 24. Okay. Now B equal negative 10. Okay. So two number, we need to find two number multiply equal negative 24. Okay. So take a look over here. Okay. So let's factor them out. Negative 24. Okay. So two number multiply equal negative 24. One of them had to be negative. Okay, so let's do the first one is 1 and negative 24. So you can see when you add them together, become negative 23. So it's not working. Okay. You can do negative 1 and positive 24. When you add them together, it comes out 23. So it's not working. Okay. The next one, move on to number 2. 2, negative 12. Ooh, bingo. If you add them up, it comes out negative 10. So this one is working. So I will choose this pair right now. 2, negative 12. Okay, 2, negative 12. So I put in the box right here, 2, negative 12 to the diamond. Alright, next step, do not forget. What do we do? Divide by A. Divide by A. Ooh, but what happened? Your A happened to be number 1. So it's not a big deal. When you divide number 1, it's the same thing. Alright? So negative 12 over 1. That's it. So easy. You can write your factor now. Okay? So this is the V's, alright? I put down the V. Alright? Number 1 on the bottom, you put in front of V. And then number 2, you put in the back. Again, number 1 in front of V. And then negative 12 put in the back. Okay? So these two multiply equals 0. So each factor has to be equal 0. So you can write number 1 in front of V, or you don't have to write. If you don't write, it's hidden number 1. Okay? So V plus 2 equals 0. Then V equal negative 2. V subtract 12 equals 0. Then V equal 12. Alright? That's it. 2 solution. Put in the box right here. Negative 2, comma 12. That's it, you guys. Submit. Voila. Okay. Now we can move to the next level, level 3. Okay. So you can see on level 3, yeah, you still have to do the diamond. It's not a big deal. Ooh, but something happened. Something happened. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay. So A is hidden number 1. B is 24, and then C is 144. Miss Stone, are you doing your work? Okay. So now take a look over here. We can do the diamond. Okay, here we go. So AC will be the top of the diamond. I got 1 times 144. So it come out 144. Okay. B happened to be 24. Okay. Can you find 2 numbers, multiply 144, add equal 24? It had to be 12 and 12. Surprise. So you will see the solution will be the same. Okay? So you divide by A, but A happened to be number 1. So 12 over 1. 12 over 1. Okay. So now you can write your factor. Here we go. So these are the P's, alright? P. Okay, so let's do this. Number 1, go in front of P. Number 12, go to the back. Alright. Number 1 here, go in front of P. And 12, go to the back. Okay. So now you can solve. And you can see you got 2 solutions exactly the same, which is negative 12. So P come out negative 12. So P plus 12 equals 0 for the second factor. P come out negative 12. So when you come out with 2 solutions exactly the same, you only write the negative 12. Alright? You don't have to write negative 12, comma negative 12. Okay. That's it. So I learned from my mistake from previously. So now I just put negative 12. That's it, you guys. If 2 solution identical, then you have to put it 1 time. That's it. Okay, submit. Voila. Okay, so this is level 3. So let's do one more time here. Okay. So I'm gonna find out A, B, C. So A equal 2, B equal negative 5, and then C equal negative 12. Okay. So I got my diamond here. Let's put in A and C. A happen to be 2. C is negative 12. So come out negative 24. And then B happened to be, negative 5. Okay, let's find these two numbers. So let's factor them out. Negative 24. Okay. So two number multiply equal negative 24. So one of them had to be negative. Okay. So let's start with 1 and negative 24. When you add them together, it come out negative 23. So it's not working. How about negative 1 and 24? When you add them, it come out 23. It's not working. Move up to number 2. 2, negative 12. Add them together, negative 10. It's not working. How about negative 2 and positive 12? Add together, become 10. It's not working. Alright. Ooh, how about 3 and 8? 3 and negative 8. Alright. Ooh, when you add them, it come out negative 5. So it works, you guys. It works. So this is the pair. This is the pair. Okay. So I put it in here. 3 and then negative 8. Okay. Do not forget that you have to divide by A. Divide by A. Okay. So A happens to be 2 right there. So 3 over 2 and then negative 8 over 2. Okay. Make sure you simplify your fraction. Negative 4 over 1. Okay. Now you can write your factors. Okay. Here's your factor. Okay, this is Q's, alright? So I put Q here, Q here. Okay, let's do this. 2 on the bottom should go in front of Q, and then 3 go to the back. Okay, 1 go in front of Q, and then negative 4 go to the back. Okay, so these two factors multiply equals 0, so each factor had to be equal 0. Okay, so let's solve this. 2Q plus 3 equals 0. Then 2Q equal negative 3. Therefore, Q equal negative 3 over 2. Okay. The other factor is Q subtract 4 equals 0. Therefore, Q equal 4. Okay. Two solution. Okay. Negative 3 over 2. Put a comma, and then the other one is 4. Okay, submit. Ta-la. Okay, so let's move on to the level number 4. Level number 4. Here we go. So, number 10, negative 28, 16. You can factor it out. You can make it smaller. I would factor number 2. Okay? So I would factor number 2. So now I come out right here. Factor number 2. So you can see it become 5q squared. Subtract 14q and then plus 8 equals 0. Okay? So now I can drop the number 2. So I got 5q squared. Subtract 14q plus 8 equals 0. So now you can see the A is number 5, the B equal negative 14, it's smaller, and then the C, this is the B, okay. So the B is negative 14. So now you can do a diamond, here we go, diamond, okay. On top of the diamond, again, it's A times C, okay. So I put number 5, multiply with 8, which will be 40, okay. And now the B over here is negative 14, okay. So you need to find two numbers, multiply equal 40, add together equal negative 14. So if you do a little factoring over here, okay, two numbers multiply become positive 40. So these two numbers have to be both negative, okay. So let's start with 1 and negative 1, negative 40. You add together, become negative 41, so it's not working. Okay. How about negative 2 and negative 20? You add together, become negative 22, so it's not working. Okay. How about 4? Ooh, 4 is working, you guys. Amazing. Here we go. If you add them, become negative 14. Okay. So here's your two number. negative 4, negative 10. Okay? Do not forget you have to divide by A. Divide by A. Okay? So A happens to be number 5, so negative 4 over 5. This is negative 10 over 5. Simplify, become negative 2 over 1. Okay, so now you can write your factor. Here we go. Here's your factors. Okay, so this is Q. So I put down the Q, put down the Q. Alright, so take a look over here. Number 5 in denominator, go in front of Q. Negative 4, go to the back. Okay, number 1 on the bottom, go in front of Q. And then negative 2, go to the back. Alright, so now you got it, 2 factor. Okay, 5Q subtract 4 equals 0. Okay, so then 5Q equal 4. So therefore Q equal 4 over 5. Okay, 4 over 5, right there. Put a comma. And then Q subtract 2 equals 0. So Q equal 2. So that's a second solution. Okay, so I put it down. Here we go. 4 over 5, comma, and then 2. And I submit, I should be correct. Voila. Okay. Should we move on to level 5? Here's a level 5. Okay, so let's do your level 5. Okay. Ooh, take a look. Take a look. You should know 576 is a perfect square. What is it? Let's see over here. Let's use my calculator over here. Ooh, I can take square root. I can take square root of 576. Ooh, 24. All right, so I know. I remember now. 24. Okay, so now take a look. 3 is a 9 is 3 square. So from here, instead of put 9h square, I put 3h and then square. Okay? And then subtract. This is a 24 square. Okay? So this is 3 square, h square. So I combine together, become 3h and square. This is 24 square. Okay? So here we go. I apply the difference of square formula. Difference of square formula. Okay? So if you have a square subtract b square, it equals a subtract b, a plus b. Here we go. So now I can write this. It becomes 3h subtract 24 and then 3h plus 24. Okay? So you got 2 factor multiply equals 0. So you set up each of them equals 0. 3h subtract 24 equals 0. So therefore h equals 24 over 3. Alright? Simplify, it come out 8. Okay? And then the next one should be 3h plus 24 equals 0. So h equals negative 24 over 3, which is negative 8. Okay? So 2 answers right there. 8, comma, negative 8. Voila! It said wonderful. Okay, we should do one more. One more, then we're done. Okay, here we go. So now, similarly, same thing. You got 3 terms, alright? So we have to use the diamond method. But take a look. 58, negative 80, and 32. Ooh, I can simplify this by 2. Ooh, maybe I can do more. Oh, because these are the last problems, so they make it very big. So 32 is 2, 4. Yeah, only simplify by 2. Yeah, so let's simplify by 2. So factor by 2. So now I got 25t square subtract subtract, simplify by 2, so then I come out at negative 40, not a big deal, and then plus 16. Ooh, take a look. All right, so now I can drop number 2. I dropped number 2, so I got 25t squared, subtract 40t plus 16 equals 0. Okay, so now we can got A, B, C. A is 25, B is negative 40, C is 16. Not a big deal. Do not be afraid of these big numbers. Okay, so now I put AC on top. A times C. 25 times 16. Ooh, is that 400? Beautiful. And then negative 40. B is negative 40. Okay. Can you find two numbers multiply equal 400? Add together equal negative 40. It had to be negative 20 and negative 20. Very easy, you guys. Okay. So now you're almost done. You're almost done. Do not forget to divide by A. Okay? So I divide by A. A happened to be 25. Okay, so I simplify negative 4 over 5. Same thing over here. Negative 20 over 25. Simplify by 5. Negative 4 over 5. Okay. So now I can write my factor form. My factor form. Take a look over here. Okay, factor form. What do I have? T and T. Okay, so now take a look. 5 on the bottom. Go to in front of T. Negative 4. Go to the back. 5 on the bottom. Go to T. Negative 4. Go to the back. Okay, and these two factor multiply equals 0. So you can see these two factors exactly the same. So when you solve the two solutions exactly the same. Okay? So let's do this over here. 5t subtract 4 equals 0. Then t equals 4 over 5. Okay? The other one should be exactly the same. 5t subtract 4 equals 0. Then t equals 4 over 5. So if you have two identical solutions, on the answer box, you have to only put one of them. Okay? Put only one of them, and then you're done. Okay? We got it, you guys. 4 over 5. We call this one double solution. Okay? Double solution. Oh my God, is that brilliant? Thank you so much, you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.